What's up guys, this is Federico from Wave Motion Recordings, and today I'm gonna tell you 5 things that I think every musician should do before hitting the studio. So it's better to have 5 great songs than 1 great song and 4 average ones, and the way you get 5 great songs is by writing 10, 15, 20, 100, that depends on you. So in my opinion, this is what will have the biggest impact on your career, because if people like your songs, they're gonna wanna listen to them more than just one time. Whatever the number of songs, just make sure the ones you actually want to record are 100% finished, and if they're not, just tell your engineer in advance. Even one section where you're like, we'll figure it out while tracking, is a potential massive time waster, so write a lot of songs, choose the best ones, and finish them to the best of your abilities. Most musicians nowadays are able to record themselves at home, and if you can do it, you should totally do it. It doesn't matter if it won't sound great, that's not the point, so you should still do it, and this is why. First of all, you can make sure the key of the song is right for the singer. You should pick a key that's comfortable for him or her to sing in, while also making his ability shine. Second, you can check the BPM to make sure the finished song doesn't feel too slow or fast. Next, you should check all the parts in order to make sure the rhythm patterns fit with each other and all the melodic elements work together. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard the sentence, "This is how I've always played it during practice," so just take the time to work through your parts. Then you should make sure all the parts are actually there to support the song and not just to showcase the musician's ability. So for example, if your bass player wants to put his solo right under the chorus, maybe that's not the best idea for the song. Remember that 99% of people won't really care about your parts unless the song is really great to begin with, so just take the time to figure out if all the parts are actually there to help the song. If you can't record yourself, that's fine, you have a few other options, so for example you can ask a friend to help out, or you can tab out the song with Guitar Pro, or you can just practice with all the other band members, going through everyone's parts. Just put the time in to make sure the song really sounds great even before recording. Number 3, check your gear and get new strings. So you should have your instruments professionally set up, and you should check the intonation on your guitar and bass, make sure the electronics are working properly and that everything's working fine in general. If you're recording live drums, you should probably change the heads, and if you're not sure what to do, just ask your engineer and he will tell you what to do. Also, please get new strings. I cannot stress this enough, it is worth it, and your engineer will notice if they're not packed fresh. So if you want him to craft the perfect guitar or bass tone for you, then just do your part of the job. And honestly, if you don't care about your tone enough to buy a pack of strings for $10, then why would you expect anyone else to care about your tone more than you do? Okay, I get it, you're good and you've been playing for years, but please don't skip this part. Take a few days to practice your parts with a metronome, starting slow and then increasing the speed. Don't leave anything to chance and work through each part until you can play it with confidence. There's really no party killer in the studio like a musician that says, "I'm gonna kill it today," just to realize a few minutes later that he actually doesn't know anything besides the root notes. Maybe he doesn't know the rhythm patterns of the song, or maybe he just doesn't play his parts clearly enough. If you perform well in the studio, you will make everyone's day better and you will boost the band's morale and mood. And you will also play faster, so if you're paying by the hour or by the day, you might also be able to save some money. You should talk to your engineer about your vision and expectations for the record, make sure he knows what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear, and also listen to his suggestions. If you have a specific result in mind, you should explain it to him as clearly as you can, so that he can come up with solution and the most efficient ways to get there while staying within your budget. Also, make sure you know what each step of the process looks like. For example, don't ask him to add new parts during mixing and mastering, and make sure he knows what to do from the beginning. So if you want him to add effects or synths or whatever, just tell him from the beginning of the project. Besides the things regarding the sound, it's always helpful to communicate about work hours, accommodation, meals, boundaries, and so on. And maybe the most important thing to talk about is deadlines. You don't want to book your release show before having the masters, and your engineer doesn't want to do a 48-hour full immersion to finish the record in time for that release show. Alright, these were 5 things that I think every musician should do before hitting the studio. Let me know what you think about this. Did I make sense or did I miss anything? Either way, I want to hear from you guys, so please leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time.